Good evening and thank you for joining us. We begin tonight in southern Alabama, where hostage negotiators are scrambling to rescue a 5-year-old boy being held captive in an underground bunker. The crisis began on Tuesday when the suspect, described as a 65-year-old survivalist, shot a school bus driver dead and took the boy to his rural property. As Robin Stickley tells us, police are now trying to build a bond with the hostage taker in an effort to keep the boy alive.
5 days in, with no resolution to the hostage-taking of a little boy, nerves are coming unraveled in Alabama. At this morning's update, a significant gesture by the town sheriff.
I want to thank him for taking care of our child. That's very important.
That thank you an indication of how fragile negotiations are. Officials taking no chances in aggravating hostage-taker Jimmy Lee Dykes. They're revealing little about him, but we know 65-year-old Dykes, who's described as a survivalist, served 4 years in the U.S. Navy in the 60s, earning medals for his service. Earlier this week, Dykes boarded a school bus in Midland City demanding 2 children. When the bus driver, 66-year-old Charles Poland, refused, he was shot and killed. Dykes grabbed 5-year-old Ethan, taking him to a bunker on his property. This neighbor says he helped him build it.
He built it telling me and my family that he was building it as a weather shelter.
The confined space is described as 4 feet by 6 feet with 8-foot-high ceilings. Above ground, police are able to communicate with Dykes through a ventilation pipe.
He's also allowed us to provide coloring books, medication, toys.
Experts say that's a small but critical bond. The longer the two are together, the better.
The fact that he's asked for the medication, the fact that they've given it to him, that's a positive sign that that's going well.
The negotiations may still be underway tomorrow, when loved ones gather for the funeral of a man they call a hero.
Every time a child got on my dad's bus, they were no longer their parents, they were his. He considered them his children. And I know that's the reason why my dad took those shots for his children, just like he would do for me and sister.
As the school bus, now a crime scene, was towed to a police lab, this town of 2,300 is doing what it can, gathering every night in prayer.
We already believe that prayer is going to come true.
Dykes has been known to spend more than a week at a time in the bunker, but negotiators believe the talking is key. As long as Dykes doesn't cut communication, there's hope of getting little Ethan out alive. Robin Stickley, Global News, Washington.